Yo, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Omnibros Live. This is the special Monday night edition. And I am your host, and I am pretty much the only person on the episode tonight. I am Gabe Infinity Watch, coming at you today all the way from Las Vegas, all alone and by himself. I feel like a poor man at a strip club. So, yep, like I was saying, I am the only person on tonight. Jess is not feeling well. Riley is abducted by aliens again. Omar has karate. There's a lot of stuff going on today after the Thanksgiving holidays. That's kind of made it so nobody else is able to make it on the show today besides myself. And I'm really just wanting to make sure that our show stays on somewhat of a weekly schedule. I don't want anybody out there to feel like, you know, we're disappearing on them, or that the show's canceled, or we stopped doing it, or we stopped caring, or anything like that. I didn't want any of that to happen tonight. So I decided to just go ahead and bite the bullet and see what we can do by ourselves. So if you are watching the show right now, please participate in the chat. Send me some questions and answers. Or wait, no, don't send me answers. I'll send you the answers if you give me questions. And we'll kind of make that a little bit of a process today. But as always on the Monday night show, we're going to be talking about Show Us Your Haul. What did you read? And weekly releases, as well as in this week, we're going to do something a little bit different. And we're going to talk about a reading assignment. So that's going to be really cool. So yeah, let's go and kind of get that started up with everybody. Yo, Kyle, what's up, Kyle? Just giving everybody a little bit of a shout out in the chat that's in there right now. So far, I see we got Jesse in there. We got Farquan from Malaysia. That's really cool to see all these dudes from across the world tuning in tonight. When the fuck is John P going to be on the show? What is everybody asking? John, I'm not going to have you on the show. You're scary because you work with crackheads all the time. Shakira, darling, what's up, everybody? Yeah, 1 is the loneliest number, and it's even more lonely when you look like me. So there you go. Travis is up here. Tygon, what's going on, brother? Farquan, I love you too, bud. What's going on, John Wilson? Always good to see that guy in the chat. Always lets me know you're doing okay, dude. I'm happy to see that. So, might be a little bit of a surprise tonight. We'll see what's going on. This might not be just a Gabe Infinity Watch episode. I put a couple feelers out there just now. Let's see who's going to take a bite and see if there's going to get any kind of special guests on today. But before we do that, quick shout out to everybody out there. If you're watching tonight, give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe, hit that subscribe button, smash the subscribe button nice and softly to subscribe to this channel, because we do Omnibros on Mondays and on Thursdays, everybody. As well as, if you don't know already, we do have this very episode available as a video podcast through iTunes and other podcast aggregators that do video podcasts. So you can actually download this video onto your phone through iTunes. I know it works on Podcast Addict for you Android people out there. You can listen to the video. You can still lock your phone while you're driving or while at work and still listen to the videos, and maybe do things like, what did you read? What's your haul? Stuff like that. You can still see what we're talking about. So we got that going on as well. That's super cool. Yeah, John, you can have the Italian Anti-Defamation League do whatever it's want. They're too busy putting grease and oil on that chest hair and spending money on gold jewelry to do anything about it. That's right. Yeah, 2 episodes a week is great, Jesse. I'm glad that you guys are liking that. We're liking it. It's just unfortunately things like this does happen, but I'm here for you guys because I love everybody on there except you, and I don't care much about you either, or that person in the back. So, anyways, let's kind of get this video on topic. All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about my haul, everybody. This is going to be a Gabe Infinity Watch haul. So, you guys might have mentioned or heard me mention before that the store I work at here in Vegas, Torpedo Comics, that sponsors this wonderful Omnibros show every week. Not really, but I'm just plugging away. We came across this really awesome collection of hardcovers, trade paperbacks, all that kind of cool stuff. So in that collection was a lot of mini whales, you know, not the super big whales like there was in like an Infinity Crisis or Hickman's Fantastic Four Volume 1 or anything outrageous like that, but a lot of mini whales, a lot of them that I was kind of looking for. So with that and me being an employee there, I decided to take advantage of the situation and grab myself a couple of whales. So let me see, I got some messages going on here. I think we're going to have a special guest on tonight. Dear God, I don't want to do this by myself all night if I don't have to. I don't want this to be a super long show. So here's my haul right here. Check it out. This is the only thing I bought this week. I'm trying to be a little more, there's a lot of things going on, so I want to be a little more conservative with my spending allotment. I don't want to go crazy, but I did pick up Necorsha X. I've been super, super excited about this. I've been looking for this book all over eBay. It's been going for well over cover price, about double cover price. I've been seeing it going anywhere between $75 and $100 recently. But again, I found this at my local store where I work at, and I knew that when I saw this collection, I was going to grab this Necorsha hardcover here. So I'll kind of give you guys a little kind of a zoom around on this book. This is, I want to say it's the final chapter of the super awesome Kyle Yost X-Force run. The super bloody, where's the other? I'll show you guys. It is the final chapter of this X-Force run. So there's X-Force Volume 1, X-Force Volume 2. This is the Wolverine Kill Squad X-Force. It's like one of my favorite X-Force series out there. It's fantastic. It's literally Wolverine was secretly but it was secretly conspired with Cyclops to develop a kill squad that he's going to take the meanest and the baddest killing mutants out there and do the things that the regular X-Men can't do for morality reasons or nonsense like that. So in this kill squad, you have, like I said, Wolverine, of course, his clone daughter, X-23, which is like one of the hottest, I don't mean sexually hot, but one of the biggest fan favorites, I'll say, characters in the mutant universe right now, thanks to the Logan movie. Wolfsbane, and Warpath. But also, they don't show it on this cover. I don't know why. Does he show up later in the book? I forget. Can't really see in here, but I kind of think you guys can get the idea from the shadow effect. Archangel. And Archangel is crazy in this series. He is a murdering bastard. He is just wrecking everybody they can. Dude, I sent you the link, Steven. All right, give me 1 second, everybody. Let me see if I can get somebody in here. Click on this link, son. All right. I should be getting somebody in here to kind of team up with me tonight, so I'm not doing this completely by myself. Or this is going to be in a really short episode of Omnibros. So, anyways, what I was getting at is this is the Kill Squad, super crazy X-Force series put out by Kyle Yost, probably about, what year did this come out? I'm going to say about 8 years ago. I might be completely off. I'm not figuring out the dates in here. I'm sure somebody in the chat is just yelling at me today with a bunch of exclamation marks. But either way, Necorsha X is one of my mini whales. I'm totally excited I got this. This collects New Mutants number 32, X-Force New Mutants Necorsha the Gathering, X-Force number 11 and 21 through 25. X-Men Legacy 231 through 234, New Mutants 6 through 8, and material from X-Force Annual number 1, written by Kyle Yost, Craig Kyle, Christopher Yost, illustrations by the awesome Clayton Crane. Ooh, I forgot Clayton Crane did this.
Yo, am I on this thing or what?
Yeah, you're on this, son. What's up?
Do I need headphones?
Maybe, because I can't hear you very well.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but I mean, if you have headphones or with a microphone or something, that might sound better.
Yeah, but then I can't charge the phone.
No worries, dude. We'll make it happen. So, hey, everybody, just if you surprise, it's not just a Gabe Infinity Watch show. We got my boy, one of my buddies from the group for sure. We got Steven Small, the one and only Jim Mintz, on his first appearance on Omnibros.
First appearance. Listen, this episode is going to be worth a lot one day. This is my first appearance.
We're going to get the CD feed. We're going to get this slabbed. I have connections where we can get it slabbed with signatures, so we can make that happen too.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me.
No, man. Thanks for hitting me up and saying that you can come on, dude.
I know I seen you riding solo. I said, nah, man.
I was going to do it, man. I totally had it in me. I was going to make it all the way through all by myself if I had to.
Hey, am I horizontal or am I long ways right now?
No, you're the right way, dude. Okay. You're good.
All right. I was waiting in another room by myself with the camera on me. I didn't know what was going on.
I don't know what you're doing with the camera on you either.
Hopefully that wasn't recording.
So anyways, man, how you been, dude? What's the story with you lately?
Man, doing really good. I moved into the new house. I think last time we did a video together, I was in Florida. And I moved to West Texas. So I'm in my newly decorated library. You probably can see some books in the back. Loving it out here, man. You just sent me a link. What is that?
Yeah, that's the link to the video so you can look at the chat.
Oh, can I do it while I'm on here with you on the phone?
Maybe not.
All right. You can tell me if anyone says anything, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Everyone says they love you.
I love them too. But yeah, man, everything's good. I guess that's pretty much it. You know, just reading books and same old shit.
That's good, man. That's good. Cool. Well, since you're on here, man, how about you let's just make this show the way it usually is, dude. Show me your haul, dude. What'd you pick up recently?
All right. So I actually have my haul here because I just did a video for my channel. And did you already show yours?
Yeah, go for it, man. I got the only book I picked up this week was Necorsha X.
Okay, that's when I came in.
This is a mini whale for me, big time.
All right, well, I mean, I just posted a video and I posted in the group. Hopefully anyone watching hasn't already seen that because it'll kind of be like a double or whatever. But I picked up the Batman Year 2 Deluxe Edition. Never read it. I read Batman Year 1, and I definitely liked it and wanted to see where it was going. But this looks like it kind of skips ahead pretty far, huh?
Yeah, it skips ahead a little bit. It's a really cool book because it's like Todd McFarlane's first and only Batman work.
Exactly. That's what I noticed when I was flipping through it earlier. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that it was Todd McFarlane on the cover. So,
hey, who wrote that book? I forgot.
Yeah, let's see here. Who's it? Mike W. Barr? Yeah, Mike Barr.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, he's done good stuff. He's a big Batman writer. I remember now.
Yeah, see, I don't know my DC writers too much. You know, I'm trying to diversify here. But Frank Miller was the first one, year one.
Yeah, Frank Miller did year one.
Yeah, year one was tight, man. I got the Absolute. I know it was a big controversy at the time because it was like not many issues for the book, but I never read it, so I was like, screw it, I'll get it in a big format, and I definitely enjoyed it.
So anyway. So you think that Absolute year one is worth it?
I don't know about worth it. So my thing is, I'm a completionist, right? So I have every Absolute. I'm not gonna not get it. You know what I'm saying? I think that me have read the story and IST at half off. It was worth it to me, you know. But I can see where if somebody has the 4 singles, why the hell am I gonna buy this Absolute, which is like 2 books of the same shit? I don't know if you flipped through it or not. One of them's on like a newspaper paper, and one of them's on a glossy.
Yeah, it's funny how they did that. They did it on like the original paper styling, and then they upgraded newer paper and newer coloring, I think, too.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't mind it. I mean, you can't really complain with IST prices. You know, I would never have paid that, I don't think, for a cover price in the shop, you know?
Yeah, what was the cover on that thing? $125 or something crazy like that?
Some shit like that.
That's nuts. But whatever.
Oh, shit. My light just went out on me here. All right. Anyway, am I still the same?
No, you're fine, dude. Go for it.
All right. Then I got the Marvel Generations. So I didn't know what this was. You know, at first I thought it was something to do with the Marvel Legacy shit, but it's not. That Legacy stuff is like brand new, right?
Generations, like if you read Marvel Legacy, it's weird because they put out Generations first, but they put it out of order because I think Generations takes place after Marvel Legacy because it's the little girl. No, I'm sorry. It takes place after Secret Empire because the little girl who was a cosmic cube created that whole thing with the 2 different versions of each character like meeting up.
Yeah, so that's what it is. So the Alex Ross wraparound cover is nice, man. It's got like the original character and then like their new version underneath them.
Oh, that's cool looking. I like that.
Yeah, it's cool. And I guess we got Bendis as a writer on it. Jason Aaron is a writer in here. I didn't know about Hawkeye, the girl version of Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, Kate Bishop, I think her name is.
Yeah, didn't know nothing about that. But anyway, so it looks pretty cool. I mean, looks like a quick read, you know.
Right on, dude.
I know a couple people were asking about. Oh, look at this old school Spidey with the Miles Morales thing. Can you see that? No.
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
So I know it's like is it an oversized hardcover?
I think it is from my memory because we have it at the store. I think it's oversized.
Yeah, it's oversized. I think I did it to round out my order to make it over $50 or some shit. I don't know.
I'm gonna buy another $30 hardcover as opposed to paying $5 shipping.
Yeah, the $5 shipping is worthless. I'd rather get something out of it. All right. Anyway, I did get a couple of books. This is I guess you would call it a whale. I got it off the group actually. This Darkness Compendium Volume 1.
Oh, is that the hardcover?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's a bit of a whale for sure.
So and then I scooped up Volume 2 on like Amazon for like, I don't know, $60 or something. Because I had, Volume 1. But the only thing I knew about Darkness was the XM Studio statue, man. That's what made me want to read it because I was like, damn, this statue is dope.
No, Darkness has a Darkness is going on for a long time. That was Mark Silvestri's big premiere from Image.
It kind of looks like Greg Capullo. It looks like 90s Spawn art.
Yeah, it's one. I don't know who did the whole series. I know Mark Silvestri did it for a while, but that was probably back in the day when everybody was trying to copy Capullo.
It looks like it's definitely something out of late 90s Image or mid 90s,
Yeah, Darkness, what was it? Probably about 5 years ago, maybe a bit longer. They came out with a badass video game on Xbox.
Oh, yeah?
I think there's 2 versions of the game. There's a part 1 and a part 2. But I haven't played part 2, but part 1 was super fun.
But, yeah, now I got to find the Witchblade hardcover, and I found out that that's pretty much a whale as well.
Oh, those are the kind of things they should always keep in print because everybody loves Darkness. Everybody loves Witchblade. Everybody loves Spawn. I know some of that Spawn, like you have those Spawn.
I love Spawn.
those absolutes are like those omnibus like ones you have, the hardcovers, the slip cases. Those things are super out of print. I think even the smaller hardcovers might be out of print for Spawn as well. It's just crazy how they don't let those things like survive on bookshelves.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You think they're gonna come out with the 5th volume of that Spawn Deluxe edition?
I'm sure they will, man. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah, I mean, they came out with the Walking Dead one. I was a little bit nervous about that, you know.
Why were you nervous about that?
I was nervous that it wasn't gonna come out. I mean,
I
guess it makes more sense that it would though because the show is still going. But are you watching the show?
No, dude, I fell off the show like after Terminus. I think I fell off the show.
Dude, I'm about to fall off the show. It's so terrible.
Is it?
Breaking shit? Yeah, it sucks.
No, my retainer fell out of my fucking pocket.
That doesn't sound like the toughest statement I've ever heard.
Sorry, it was my Glock fell out of my pocket. And my meth lab fell out of my pocket.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, the All Out War storyline doesn't translate well to the show. It's just like the same shit over and over again. It sucks, yeah. Anyway,
that's the same reason I fell off the comics, because it was very. I kind of figured out the formula of the comics, and it was just the same thing over and over again. They meet up with a group of people. They try to live together in a society.
We trust them.
Later, zombie attacks. People die. They leave.
Trust them when you shouldn't trust them, and then they end up fucking you over. And then it's like, anyway. All right, so that's that. The next book, I got volume 4 of the Batman Golden Age. So, the Batman.
I love that cover, man. It's so goofy. The cover is so goofy looking. Look at the way Joker looks running the bags of money
with the dollar signs on the bag.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I wonder if Gene Simmons sue them over that, because Gene Simmons owns that copyright.
Does he?
Yeah, of the money bag with the dollar sign on it.
All I know is that the Batman and Superman Golden Age Omnibus fucking got me hooked, and now I just pick up every one of these DC lines. I don't know when I'm gonna ever get to reading them though. Yeah,
dude, good luck trying to read those things, man. Golden Age is a hard beast to try and tackle for sure.
Yeah, I got it more for like the historical shit, just have them on the shelf. And I tell myself I'll read them one day, I mean, at least the Batman and Superman, I gotta try to read those. But no, the plan is to read them all, of course.
Yeah, that's the plan. Me too. I got a bunch of unread shit behind me too.
So this is the last one of my haul here. So maybe you could tell me more about this. So it's the Batman and Robin Omnibus.
Oh, okay, cool.
So is this New 52?
Yeah, that's the New 52 stuff.
That's what I thought, because when I was doing my video, I was looking through it, and I could see it was like 2012 to 2014. So I read all of Snyder's Batman run, but I never read any of these.
No, that's a cool book, because it's like Batman and Damian's first time they were together in a comic, more or less, like teamed up as not only Batman and Robin, but like father and son too.
So why did they team up in the cartoon movies more first, or what?
I think so. I think that's a really I think the cartoon movie came out first, or is the cartoon movie based on this series? I'm not sure. But either way, in the comics, this is like the first time that they really kind of teamed up together in a comic. Okay. But let me ask you, man, did yours come in damaged, or was there any scratches on the dust jacket?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it damaged, but there's a little scuff here and there. I guess it's the matte type of black on here, right?
I guess so. I know just a lot of people in the group were just like posting pictures of it being damaged and in bad shape and stuff.
I've never returned a book to in stock. I don't know. I mean, I just kind of take the good with the bad. Actually, when I bought the Walking Dead Omnibus, I bought the 6 of them at once. Mm-hmm. And literally, my post office handed me a box that was open on both ends with just the books. Like here, it was all fucked up. So they have a couple of dings here and there.
Oh, well.
Hey,
if you're happy with it, man, you win. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Do we show off statues, or are we just doing books?
No, dude, show whatever you got, man. Show some badass statues too, man. Have at it.
I got one in today, but I just want to see if this light will turn back on. I think it overheated. Shit. Oh well, let me Let me just see if I can swing this around. So I just got the King Hulk statue in today. How do I flip this around? Oh, here we go. Oh shit. Am I here?
Oh yeah, we see you now. It went out for a second.
That's funny, huh? All right, so anyway, here goes the King Hulk. I'm trying to get some better lighting. Hold on.
Dude, that Galactus is sick, dude. I'm so jealous you have that one.
It is a nice piece. So yeah, I got King Hulk. I just unboxed him. I gotta get another Besta to put him like next to Gladiator Hulk.
Is that not the same? Is that the same mold?
Yeah, it's the same sculpt, but just subtle differences. Like Gladiator Hulk has the shield and like the helmet,
right?
And the different kind of like skirt or whatever you want to call that shit. And this one, like, he has an axe and you can see his whole arm, and he's got like the king. He's got a tiara. I don't know.
Oh, okay. This is like is this like
The
Planet
variant.
Hulk versus like World War Hulk style? Yeah.
It's Planet Hulk and it's World War Hulk. Exactly.
Okay.
So I'll just show that because I just got that today and I just put it together recently, like in the last couple of minutes.
So are those both sideshow then?
Yeah, they're just
Okay.
they're just like the variants of each other, you know.
Right.
What am I doing over here? I'm trying to flip the screen back around.
There should be that little button on your screen. There you go.
All right, cool. So
This is almost as bad as having Jess on the show, trying to figure out how.
Right? And I'm not like that technically, challenged person, but just having technical difficulties on my first appearance on Omnibros.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
So yeah, man. So it's been a slow couple of weeks with the IST stuff, huh?
No, that's true, dude. It's been dry. That's why I've been just picking stuff up at the store instead of like buying stuff on IST. I think the next book I'm going to get is going to be that Jack Kirby Fourth World. I mean, between now and then, just like nothing coming out. Oh wait,
so,
Descender comes out this week. I'll probably pick up Descender.
So that's what comes out. So Jack Kirby Fourth World, X-Men Classic. Which Captain America omnibus is coming out?
One I'm not going to buy because I don't care. I don't know.
Hey, you know what else? I got this cool thing. I posted a picture of it on the group I got it from Barnes and Noble. It's called
that board you use for reading, huh?
It's called I think it's a cookbook stand, but it actually works out really good, man. See if I can.
Yeah, show us how it works. I had a question I was going to ask you about.
So the thing is, I can't see my whole screen. I can just see like a little square of it. I don't know. So you gotta let me know if you can see everything. So it comes flat, like all compact, like and like, efficient.
Mm-hmm.
So it opens up like this. Can you see?
No, that's cool. Yeah, I see it.
And you have 3 like levels, so you can have it perched up like that, lean back a little bit, or real low. And then this area right here comes out as a little flap, and it has like the little page holders right here.
Okay, so if you have an omnibus or a book on there, every time you want to read and turn the page, you have to move those little flippers away?
No, not every time. Like when you're in the middle area, you're good. But if you're like on the first couple pages, you might have to put it over just that left side so that it doesn't flap over on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. I get it. That's cool.
But the thing with me, and you guys might have this problem. If I'm on my desk reading a book, the light creates a glare over like the black. So I'll be reading and I'll have to move my head or tilt, and it's a pain in the ass. So this is tilted up enough to where that doesn't happen anymore.
First world problems, man. First world problems.
But there are solutions. So it was like $25 at Barnes & Noble. You could probably get a cheap one off Amazon, but I didn't want to have to order it and not know what it was and wait for it to come and all that shit. So
no, that's cool. I know a lot of people use different types of like reading boards and stuff like that to like, hold their omnibus and their bigger books.
Yes, this is called like a bamboo reading board. I don't know if someone wants to know. I don't know. It's Barnes & Noble sells it. I don't know.
Yeah, if they want to know, man, it's on the it's on the board either way.
It's on the group. I posted a picture of the box just so nobody would ask me what it was called. So
they're saying that you sound kind of low. So let me see if I can figure out how to turn you up.
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone. Oh, you know what? I think I saw something. Hold on. Oh, okay. How about now?
You sound fine to me because I have my laptop speakers turned up. So.
Once he asks the chat, can we get a sound check? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Turn my headphones up.
That's that Dave Chappelle. I don't know why the hell this light won't turn back on, man. Shit.
There's all that hotness you got going on there.
It's hot.
Word.
So that's what I picked. That's everything that I got, man. So what comes out tomorrow? I think is anything that was pushed back coming out tomorrow, like the Ninjak Classic Omnibus.
Let me pull up the Marvel Masterworks website. Let's see.
There was a couple of things that have been pushed back, right?
This thing's being pushed back all the time, dude. It's so hard to like. Well, it's hard to make a schedule for yourself if you want to go like way far out. You know,
right?
It's better to kind of go like month to month and plan it out that way. You know, I was like that for a while. I was like, I'm gonna what's coming out next May, and then shit gets all turned around and moved around and things like that. So, especially like all those new omnibus that are getting announced, like Ex Machina, Miles Morales, Runaways, stuff like that. So those are probably, I'm sure sooner or later one of those are going to get pushed around or something. I
like to go to the coming soon on in stock trades and put them all on my wish list, and then I just kind of when Tuesday hits at 3 p.m. Eastern, I just go to my wish list and see what's lit up, and then I start looking through like what just came out in case I missed something.
Cool. Let's see. Well, before we get on that, let's just kind of keep this on track. Have you read anything? Did you read anything this week?
Yeah, man. So I was off all last week. You know, we had the holiday, Thanksgiving for the Americans. And I finally ran through a good chunk of Absolute Sandman. So I finished volume 4, and I'm through like the first arc of volume 5 here. So volume 5, have you read Sandman?
I read maybe like the first trade, and that was it.
So, you know, it's not the easiest read, but I feel like it was worth it. You know, I feel fulfilled from reading it. Volume 5 of the Absolute, the main story ends in volume 4. And then volume 5 is kind of like a little side story kind of thing. Actually, the first arc in volume 5, it reads like a novel where one page is just text and the other page is like one big piece of art.
That's cool. I like the way that art looks on it, though.
So when I was looking at it, I was like, do I really want to read a book right now? And it's not really part of the main story. But I said, let me give it a couple of pages, and then I couldn't put it down. I loved it. Yeah,
I remember when I was reading the first trade. That's the only one I read. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah. There's a whole spread of art. It's really crazy. It's like paintings, you know.
You have all the absolutes for Sandman, right?
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about picking them up, but I already have so much to read already, and Sandman's such a dense, heavy read.
It's a dense, heavy read. So I finished the first volume sometime last year when I was still in Florida.
Okay.
And, you know, I liked all the Morpheus stuff, and I liked all of the endless, you know, like him and his family, death, desire, destruction, all them. But then you get these side stories of these characters from Earth, and some of them are like, all right, whatever, and it's about their dreams and shit like that. But a lot of it ends up tying in, you know. But some of it, I feel like it didn't. So I don't know. It was good.
Yeah, when I was reading the first trade, it's hard for me to read it because you have to, because it's so literal and it's so dense that you have to. To me, I have to read it in like a really quiet spot. Like I can't read it while watching my kids fool around or something like that.
That's
I'm gonna miss everything.
That's funny that you say that. Even when I'm in here in my library room or whatever, I can't have any music going. Sometimes I leave my phone downstairs, so I'm not tempted to look at it, and I just try to knock out issues, you know. But I definitely enjoyed it. Would I recommend it to everyone? It's definitely not for everyone, right? But if you like to think more and it's more of a dense read, and you know, I think that you would like it. But like I was saying on my channel, if you love like Deadpool, you might not like Sandman. You know what I mean?
Right. If you're strictly like a Deadpool, Wolverine, Punisher, I just like comics where people just stab and kill one another.
Bang, bang, exactly.
Not that there's anything wrong with those kinds of books. That's fine.
I like those too. For sure.
Yeah. It's the same way where if you're the kind of person who wants to read things like Sandman or League of Extraordinary Gentlemen or like those really like literal books like Mouse, I wouldn't recommend you go out and read Deadpool either.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
you know, comic books are like movies. There's a
Right.
genre out there for everybody. You know, just because you like Western doesn't mean I think you should go watch sci-fi movies. So kind of the same thing with comics as well, for sure.
So I try to enjoy everything. I don't know that I have a favorite, you know, but I don't know. I did like it, you know. So I'm trying to get through the 5th one. Then I have the Absolute Death, and I'll read that. And then I'm telling myself I want to crack open the Akira box set and start reading that shit.
Oh, you got the Akira? They got the Shakira box set too?
Yeah, exactly. You don't remember I beat you to the video?
Oh, that's right. You did, fucker. That's why I made my video.
Your shit still has more views though. I checked it.
Does it? Oh man, I don't even look at that stuff much. At least I try not to, because then I start obsessing over it.
No, I look at it. I don't know. I guess because I just started the channel like a month ago, so I'm kind of into it, you know.
No, man, you already had like 500 subs after a month, man. That's cool.
I think I had some already from when I was doing the raffle shit on YouTube.
Yeah, but you put out a lot of videos. I put out like maybe like 2 or 3 a month. You put out like 2 or 3 a week, it seems.
Yeah,
like.
I was doing one every day, and I was like, all right, I can't keep this up.
Yeah, I try not to do that because I feel you do one video and then you do another video that takes away from that first video. So I try to space them out as much as possible.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, that's my idea. So that's pretty much what you read with Sandman?
So yeah, so I finished the main story. I'm finishing up the extras. What have you been reading?
Dude, I haven't read much, dude, because of the holiday.
Yeah.
I had all my wife's family showed up, like my
I watched
sister
the
and her.
video of you. You were drunk eating cake. I almost threw my guts up.
Yeah, that's right. I did the Thanksgiving video.
And drinking whiskey. I was like, oh.
That's how I live, man. I live dangerous.
You're reckless, man.
Yeah, dude. Cast iron stomach.
So see,
not really. I can't drink beer anymore. What's that?
What's that?
I'm saying, dude, my stomach's not the same anymore. I can't drink beer much anymore. I can't like eat a bunch of sugar. It'll mess me up, things like that. But
you could eat cake and drink whiskey together.
Yeah, I don't know. That worked out fine. That worked out fine.
No, but real quick, I was just saying that my holiday was different because we're out here by ourselves in El Paso. We don't have any family out here, not really that many friends. So it was just me, my wife, and our 2 kids. Peace and quiet. I'm up here reading, going down, eating leftovers after leftovers, and that was it.
Dude, I got so much leftovers. It's not even funny anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of looking at that shit.
I told her to throw out the ham, man. It's hammed out.
No, my wife's mom cooked, so it's it's turkey, but then there's also a lot of like Salvadorian kind of style mixed in with it too. Right. And just after a while, I'm just like, I need to cut back. I need to leave the stuff alone because that shit is heavy. Like I'll eat like the stuffing they made is like totally different. It's really heavy, and I can only eat a little bit, and I start feeling like
is it that really moist stuffing?
Yeah, it's really moist. It has like pineapple and like olives in it and grapes and weird stuff. It's different. It's not even it's not black olives. It's like the green olives. So it's like
I love green olives. I like that. So we're really off track. Is the chat asking anything or what?
I think they're just in there hanging out by themselves, chatting with one another, which is great.
Cool. So,
yeah, our chat is always pretty cool about they either participate with us as well, and then they participate with one another. So it's always good. That's what it's all about, man. The chat, come for the chat and stay for the video,
Yeah, no, recently I caught one of the live Omnibros. I used to watch Omnibros after the fact on my way to and from work because I used to have like an hour and a half commute each way, which was perfect because those Omnibro videos are kind of long, right? So I used to watch it like that. But recently I've been catching them because I'm home early and I've been in the chat. I've been saying what's up and all that. So it's cool for sure.
Yeah, cool. So the only thing I really got around to reading was Doomsday Clock.
So I read that today at work.
Did you? What'd you think of it?
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
I'm enjoying it. The first issue is a lot of buildup.
Yeah, but it still had a lot of action.
Oh yeah, no, there's stuff going on. Like that prison breakout scene was the shit.
Was
that was really well done. Like Gary Frank is the man.
Do we know who that husband and wife are? Or is that
they weren't in the original Watchmen?
Right.
So I'm guessing it's been a while since I read. When I read Watchmen, I read the back matter because each issue of Watchmen has like
Yeah,
like
the little
5 or
comic
6
book.
pages of just like text, right?
Yeah, I read it. Yeah.
Now, I've only read that like once or twice. Most of the time, I just skip that stuff, which some people consider a cardinal sin. But I usually skip that text stuff. So I'm thinking that husband and wife team were probably mentioned in those text pieces. I don't think they're brand new made up characters or anything. I think they were mentioned in some of those text features. I'm guessing.
So I read the Rebirth one shot, but I haven't read the Button, even though I have the hardcover. But I understand that you don't really need to have read that to understand this.
No, the Button, like maybe something from the Button shows up later in this series, but so far, like the Button did not have like maybe like 3 panels worth of Watchmen information, and it wasn't even like exciting panels. It was just basically like spoilers, real quick, for a book that came out a long time ago.
Yeah,
it was just like you saw like Dr. Manhattan's foot and hand. That was really about it, and that was after what was that thing, like 4 issues long. Most of the Button was Batman and Flash chasing Zoom through time.
Yeah, because
and other stuff came up too.
The Rebirth one shot is all about Flash figuring out that somebody messed with time, right? Isn't that the gist of that?
Yeah, the original Rebirth thing is just that there's something going on showing like, hey, wait, give me a second. We got some cam girl addict bullshit in the chat. I'm going to get rid of this real fast.
So last time I was in the chat, I saw that and I blocked them for you guys. I was like, you click on the 3 dots. I reported them. I was like, get this fucking spam out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to do that real quick.
All right, let me see if I can get this light going again, man. Shit.
Sorry about that, everybody in the chat. I don't know where that comes from.
You know where it comes from.
Yeah, it's coming from your browser history. There you go. Boom.
Right. Do I look really dark or am I good? No,
you're pretty white, dude.
Yeah, I mean, the lighting.
Oh, no, you look fine.
Let's not make it about race, okay?
No, man, this is races coming together like Omnibros.
Hey, so that you mentioned panels. So the Doomsday Clock, the panels were like Watchmen too, the little smaller squares, right?
Yeah, Doomsday Clock is very much like because the first issue is all in the Watchmen universe for the most part.
Right.
So they're doing the 9-panel grid that they use for which is like supposed to be like the best storytelling techniques for comics, the 9-panel grid. But they used that in the original Watchmen series, and they used it in here too, which is really cool.
Did you read all the newspaper shit at the end?
A little bit of it. I mean, again, I skip text pieces like that a lot.
Yeah, me too. I kind of skimmed through some of it, and then I was like, whatever. So can we talk about this? I don't want to do spoilers if no one has read this issue yet.
I just know a lot of people are waiting on the trade.
Yeah, that's my thing. I was gonna wait, and then I was gonna go just pick up the issue, but the dude at work who reads comics too, he was like, it's sold out. I got it in my car. Boom, he let me read it. I just knocked it out right there at work.
Yeah, dude, no, this thing sells out really quick. How about this? We'll do spoilers on it at the end of the show.
All right. Well,
so that way people
to talk about is one issue,
Right. But I don't want, I don't want to fuck with anybody's enjoyment of it.
I wanted to I'm not going to say anything. I just wanted to talk about Rorschach.
Oh, what? Like how it's a different Rorschach?
So, yeah. So that's a known thing then?
Yeah, that's a known thing.
So this basically takes place right after Watchmen. How do you say his name? Ozymandias?
Ozymandias, yeah.
Ozymandias, like Diaz.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in the book, which is different from the movie, he gets space squids that come down and tear shit up. Is that what happens, right?
Yeah, in the movie, it was just like, he called down demons or a creature from a different dimension to kill like 25% of the world.
So in that issue, that all happened.
Yeah, this is after all of that happened.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean, that's not Watchmen spoiler. I mean, everybody should know that. But
no, yeah, exactly.
So at the end of Watchmen, that happens, and Rorschach dies. But throughout the whole story, basically the story of Watchmen is Rorschach is writing a journal of everything that he's kind of finding out. He's like one of those crazy, like the guy on Seven who just writes, all these crazy journals about things.
Right.
So that journal that he was making during Watchmen finds its way to a newspaper, and that's the end of Watchmen. Is
right, and they did the same thing in the movie too.
Right. So this takes place after that, where Ozymandias or Vite, whatever his real name is, has been exposed, and now the world is in terror, and the whole world is just chaotic because they realized what happened, and it's his problem. It's because of him that it happened. It wasn't.
So instead of the Russia bomb scare, now it's somebody's invading Poland. I forget who it was.
Doomsday Clock, or
Doomsday Clock, and then so that's happening, and then North Korea has missiles that can reach as far as Texas. So everyone's that's in a red zone has to evacuate, and that's what's happening in the prison, right?
Yeah, that's what's happening with the prison. One more thing in here. Again, I'm glad.
That's not a spoiler, right?
No, I wouldn't call that a spoiler. What is that? There's a prison break. That's fine.
It's like I don't know.
The date on at the beginning of Watchmen says
92.
November 22nd, 1992. That's about a week after Superman dies in real life, like in our time. So Death of Superman came out November 13th, 92.
Yeah, because
so some of the things I've been reading is that Doomsday Clock is somehow going to tie into the Death of Superman, or the Death of Superman is going to somehow tie into Watchmen. That's the rumor, and that'd be kind of cool. I want to see if that actually plays out that way or not.
So when I was reading that issue today, I'm like, man, this is what we needed right now, man. This is a really solid book. It seems like based on the first issue, right? And it seems like a good concept, a good idea. I was kind of looking forward to it now.
Yeah, I'm ready for it, dude. I mean, I'm gonna get all the issues. I'm gonna read them at work, but I'm definitely gonna get the hardcover too.
Yeah,
I mean,
come on.
That's part of my Watchmen collection and
Look who
whatnot.
you're talking to, man.
Yeah.
But I saw you get that annotated edition, right? What's that all about?
I didn't get that shit.
Oh, I thought I saw you with it.
Nope.
I
have the
Absolute only.
No, I have the trade paperback and then the oversized hardcover.
So I
want to get the Absolutes.
I should get the trade. That's when I read it, and then now I have the Absolute. I haven't reread it with the Absolute yet. Or don't. You know what? No, I did reread it with the Absolute. That's why it's so fresh in my mind, because I reread it like last year.
Yeah, dude, my trade paperback's all red and beat up, and I think there's water damage on it. So, yeah.
It's well loved.
I think the first time I read Watchmen was, God, it had to have been like 1995 or something like that.
No, 1995, I wasn't doing none of that shit. No, I'll tell you what I was doing. I was definitely.
You were up on that Bone Thugs and Harmony shit, weren't you, back then?
100%. I forgot that you were a bonehead too.
That's a fact.
But in '95, I definitely was watching X-Men, the animated series, Batman, Spider-Man, the animated series. I was definitely.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
I was definitely collecting Marvel trading cards.
Oh, dude, I was doing all that. I was watching the trading card. I was collecting trading cards. I was watching all those cartoons. I was reading Watchmen at the time.
What about this? I was definitely busting heads in Pogs.
Nah, dude, I never really got into Pogs.
What?
Nah.
You never had the torpedo slammer and the brass shit with the lava tubes?
None of that stuff, dude. Nah.
Man, we were on that shit hardcore.
I remember kids in my school used to play, like, I was in wood shop, and they would play in wood shop and stuff. I remember that, but I never got into it.
You missed out.
That took away money from me buying, like, Fleer Ultra cards. So I had to go with what was important at the time.
Yeah, I used to get those too, man. Shit. So we got a little off track again. It's all good.
It's all good. So let's go into. Okay, let's do this. Let's go into what's coming out this week.
I think it's one book. Whatever happened to the freaking Green Arrow Bronze Age book or whatever?
It probably got pushed.
That shit was supposed to come out a long time ago, and it never came out.
Yeah, same with like Aquaman's been getting canceled and pushed around as always. I mean, that just comes with the nature of the beast, So let me do this. I'm going to screen share so everybody at home.
Let's get fancy.
Yeah. So let me keep this on me. And then I'm going to bring up, here we go.
Nice.
I'm gonna bring up the Marvel Masterpiece website, which is the schedule for next week.
Side note: that was my favorite trading card set.
Marvel Masterpiece.
Yes.
The those Joe Jusko ones were my favorite. The first one that came out.
People always say who's your favorite artist. I always say Joe Jusko's up there, top 3, and nobody ever says his name. But for me, I knew him before I knew Alex Ross, and to me, he made them come alive, and they look so realistic to me.
Oh, dude, those the Psylocke, the Hulk,
the black cover, the black background ones.
Yeah, the black backgrounds. They were kind of like not sparkly, but they seemed like very glossy. Yeah.
But it blew my mind when I first saw the Wolverine versus Sabretooth insert card, and I was like, "There's a secret card with 2 characters on it." Blew my mind.
No, I remember that, dude. I look for those boxes on eBay because I did that one unboxing of the X-Men Jim Lee cards.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I want to do it for them, but those boxes are like $100, dude. And I'm not gonna drop $100.
But it's not worth it. I'll tell you why. I bought the tin for like cheap as hell at my local shop, and the tin comes with the whole set, the 5 inserts, and the 5 missing cards, which was like Jubilee, Farrell, and some other people.
Oh, that's cool. I might do that just to get the set.
Yeah.
Or maybe I could find it cheap one day, like around town, or something will pop up one day. But I'm not spending $100 for that.
No, I think I spent $50 or some shit. I don't know.
Nah, that works. All right, so November 29th from Marvel, we got Daredevil, Back in Black Volume 5, whatever, I don't care. Star Wars, Rogue One adaptation, I definitely don't care.
Me neither.
All new Wolverine 4. No, that's all trades. Age of Apocalypse Termination trade. So Marvel's all trades next week.
Marvel's going hard the next week.
Are they?
Well, supposedly, based on in stock. I don't check this stuff, so we got to see.
Yeah. DC. The only thing I'm getting from DC next week, but they got Superman Volume 4, Superwoman Volume 2.
Oh, what is that? Of Rebirth, though, you mean?
Yeah, that's Rebirth stuff.
I'm not picking up the Rebirth stuff.
Dude, the Rebirth hardcovers are great.
But you don't think they're going to come out with like different editions besides that, like Omnibus or Absolutes?
They might come out with Omnibus, but I mean, I won't upgrade. I already got one oversized, format, and that's all I need.
I mean, they still haven't done the Batman New 52. I mean, they only did the Court of Owls. I'm kind of surprised.
Dude, I was on Amazon today, and I was so close to just buying that Absolute, the Court of Owls one.
How the hell did Batman and Robin Omnibus come out before the regular Batman run?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, they have the whole series is out in the New 52 Batman, the Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo stuff is out in trades and the smaller hardcovers. And then they got the one Absolute for Court of Owls. So I don't know why they haven't done like an omnibus or continued with the Absolutes.
I mean, at least for Endgame, they should do an Endgame or Year Zero. I mean,
or what was the Joker one? Death of the Family?
Yeah, Death of the Family too.
Yeah, Family. I would think they would have done that at least because that was a big hit. But you know what? I'll ask Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder are coming to the store this Saturday.
Yeah, tell them I said what's up with that Absolute or Omnibus.
Yeah, I'll ask them about that stuff for sure because I want to know myself.
Jem wants to know what's the deal.
Hey man, you know Jim Mint from Instagram? Yeah, that dude. He demands that we get an Absolute or Omnibus of that run.
Yes.
So we'll see.
What are we looking at here? What do you got going on?
So we're looking at a DC Jeff Johns Flash Volume 4 trade paperback. That's like a trade paperback version of the Omnibus that they need to reprint too. And here's the one thing I'm going to get. This is probably something I'm the only person who's going to get, but I love Gotham Academy, so I'm going to get that second semester Volume 2.
It's going to be a hard pass for me. Hey, scroll up real quick because I was looking on the right side.
Yeah, no, look at the left.
Marvel's got Daredevil, Star Wars, All New Wolverine. I've been holding off on the Old Man Logan trades, man. I really want them, but I feel like they're going to come out with a hardcover for that.
No, they will. They will. That's a popular book.
All right, so
we'll see now that Bendis is out. No, but Jeff Lemire is out too. No, Jeff Lemire's still around. He's still writing that, I think, right? I forget. It's switching around writers so much on me, I forget what's going on.
What about one of our guys in the group? I forget his name. He posted about that Mr. X signed hardcover. Did you see that post?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh shit. Well, maybe I can have you go to In Stock after this.
And then, so from other bunch of random stuff on here, Walt Simonson, Battlestar Galactica Artist Edition, whatever.
Oh, Outcast Volume 2. That's what I had to get.
Yeah. I thought Descender was coming out. I didn't see Descender on here at all.
What is and that They're Not Like Us. Is that a Black Mask book? Are you familiar with that?
Let me look. No, that's an Image book. That's right. I remember that book.
Oh, I'm thinking about the We Can Never Go Home, I think it was called.
Yeah, no, that's the one. That's the other one. I think that was Black Mask or Aftershock. It's one of those other like smaller publishers that started blowing up.
Yeah.
But that's it for next week.
That sucks.
You know what? Let me double check because I swear Descender was coming out this week.
I didn't see the Descender. I don't have it on my list or anything.
I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go to preview.
That's an Image. That it's a deluxe Image deluxe edition.
Yeah, it's a hardcover deluxe. Yeah. Oops, no, not Toys and Models.
Have you read Descender? I haven't read any of that.
No, but I was talking to Jess about it on last week's show, and he was saying how amazing it was, and it was like the greatest thing. He was saying like Irredeemable. He was saying Irredeemable was like his favorite book of all time, which I can get behind. Justice, and then like Descender. Those are like some of his top recommended books of all time. So I want to see Descender now. I want to check that out.
I'm kind of pissed that I got the Irredeemable hardcovers, but not the absolute versions or whatever.
There's only one absolute version, so you might as well just skip it, dude. Just skip it.
Yeah, I don't have it. I have the 4 hardcovers. That's
all you need because they never did more than that first absolute.
I'm surprised that Manifest Destiny never got big or got a deluxe hardcover. I like that run, man. The Image book, did you ever read that?
Yeah, no, I read that. That was a big book. I remember. I think the guy that writes it, his name is like Justin Christmas or something like that.
Yeah, I used to have like a couple CGC variants of the first issue signed and everything.
I have a friend who had the Ryan Otley variant for issue 1 CGC, like signed a 9.8, and he sold that thing for like $200.
That's what I had too, because I remember the signature was Otley. Yep.
So next week, holy shit, dude! Next week is the Fourth World Omnibus.
It's doing what?
It is a Fourth World. Comes out next week.
So you want to look at next week real quick, or are you supposed to say that for the next show?
Nah, we'll save it for next show.
All right. No spoilers. But X-Men Classics coming out, no?
Well, just look. Whatever. Let's take a look real quick. No, I don't see Descender next week either. What the fuck?
Yeah, that wasn't on my radar at all. And I would have noticed it because I've heard of the title.
Yeah, it's X-Men Classic next week too. So those are the 2 big books next week.
Well, hold on. X-Men Classic. What was the other big one you said?
Kirby's Fourth World.
Oh, Fourth World. Hell, I'm going to be all over that. You know, I was so close to buying those hardcovers, and I'm glad I never did.
Yeah, because they're on like they're smaller hardcovers. They're on like that newsprint paper.
Yeah, they're like the Starman omnibus that I have.
Right.
I haven't read that yet.
So that's cool. So next week.
What was I going to say? So the Punisher Max hardcovers that I have, they're making an omnibus out of that now, huh?
For which one?
The Punisher Max series that I have, like the oversized hardcovers. What is it? Solitaire? Did you see that shit?
Yeah, that was me, dude, because I had it on screen share.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's the thing right there then. Cool.
All right, here we go. I'm back.
You turned off your video. There you are. You're cool now.
Yeah. Somebody was calling me.
That's funny.
Is that it? I guess that's everything, huh?
That's everything. One more last thing. We're going to do something new for the Monday show. Me and Jess were talking about Identity Crisis. Have you read Identity Crisis before?
No, I have the Absolute, but I haven't read it yet. Cool.
I have the Absolute too. And me and Jess were talking about how it's been a long time since we read Identity Crisis. And I guess it's kind of polarizing. It's either you love it or you hate it.
Right.
So I decided that we're going to do a reading assignment. And me, Jess, Omar, and anybody out there in the group and in the chat, or anybody who's watching this show, bust out your Identity Crisis, whatever version you have, the Omnibus, not the Omnibus, Absolute, you have the trades, you have the singles, if you have it on digital, whatever. We're going to read this this week and talk about it on next Monday's show. So kind of a reading assignment. That way everybody gets a chance to read this. You can join in on the discussion about Identity Crisis next week. So that was the one thing I wanted to bring up before we ended the show is kind of next week's topic.
I'll read it. If you need someone to talk about it, or I'll just be in the chat or whatever.
Yeah, or if everybody gets sick again, I'll have you back on.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, Jess has a killer migraine, and Ryley's recovering from Thanksgiving.
I hear that. All right, either way.
Yeah.
I'll read it. It doesn't look like too long of a read, right? What is this, like 12 issues maybe?
I want to say 7. I think it's a small, if I remember right, it's a small series.
The artwork is good.
I love the covers from Michael Turner. Some of my favorite work he's done. It's Rags Morales that did the interiors. Yeah, it's only 7 issues, and the Absolute has a lot of like script and art breakdowns and cover images and some really cool back matter as well. So that's why it looks a little bit bigger. But it's only 7 issues.
Script pages at the end?
I do. I try to. I'll read the interviews for sure.
Yeah.
Script pages, those kind of things.
I like to read like the forewords and the afterwords and stuff like that.
The scripts I'll read like later. Like I'll read the series and I'll read the interviews and all that stuff. I can't read a comic and go right into like the script. Like I'll save it for a couple of days and pick it up later. So that way I can kind of compare the script to like the actual finished artwork and stuff.
So look at this. Josh Whedon does the foreword in here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Why did you guys end up picking this book?
I forgot how it came up. I just remember the conversation went how it was a polarizing thing and there's a lot of controversy behind it. And some people, it's either you love it or you hate it. And I remember loving it. I don't remember the storyline that well. So we were like, let's just go ahead and read it and let's talk about it on the show.
Cool, man. Homework.
Yeah, that's right. Good homework, though, not like trigonometry bullshit.
Cool, man.
Yeah, so I hope everybody joins us next week as we talk about Identity Crisis.
Sounds good, man.
Cool, dude. So with that said, it's going to kind of, let's wind us down.
Let's take it down a notch.
Let's take it down a notch. And how late is it over there right now? Like 9 o'clock for you?
Hell no. It's early, right? What time is it? 7:18.
Oh, you're only an hour ahead?
I'm on Mountain Time.
Oh, I thought you were 2 hours ahead. I thought you were Central.
Oh yeah, so I think this is the only city in Texas that's on Mountain Time.
That's weird. Fucking Texas.
Texas is cool, man.
Yeah. You run into a lot of like the crazy Texans with like shotguns in their cars, like gun racks and stuff.
No, it's not that type of Texas because it's a border town, so it's more of a Latin city than we're out here in Texas. You know what I mean?
That's cool. Cool, man.
I actually went to Mexico not last weekend, the weekend before.
Yeah?
Which was pretty crazy, man.
Did you go see a donkey show?
No. Sure didn't.
Okay. Did you bring back fireworks or anything cool?
I didn't bring back shit. I didn't know what it was going to be like trying to get across the border, but I'll tell you what, I could have had a whole lot of shit on me. They don't even pat you down or anything, man. I could have had a whole bunch of shit.
Oh, man.
Not that I would ever condone or do anything like that, but.
All right, cool. So let's go and end this. Thanks again, dude, a lot for showing up here, Jim, helping me out.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
So let everybody know, dude. Where can everybody find you?
Okay, good. So I'm on YouTube now under Gem Mint Collectibles. I do haul videos, statue reviews. I deal in a lot of CGC comics. So every now and then I get like crazy books. Like I had an Amazing Fantasy 3.5 signed by Stan Lee, so I did a video on it, and I talk about pricing and the grading process. So I think that's the 3 things I do. I do all that, and then you can find me on Instagram, gem_mint. That's where you're going to see a lot of my comic CGC related stuff. But yeah, man. And I'm on the Facebook group and the Omnibus group under my government name, Stephen Small.
That's funny because you're not a small guy, man.
It's the irony of it, I know.
Yeah. Do you still have that AF-15, or did you raffle that off?
No, that was a raffle book.
Okay. Because
big raffle book too.
Because at the store we have that restored 9.6
AF-15,
and then AF-15, and then we also just got a 6.0 coming in. That's not restored. It's Blue Label.
So
yeah,
Blue Label 6.0 is like over 60 G's.
Yep, easy, dude, easy. I probably even more.
Yeah, well, I know a 5.0. It was selling for like 35 grand, but there was an outlier sale of like 57,000. But
yeah.
I'm just guessing that 6.0 was over 60, but I could see it being 75K or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it's going to be at, because somebody at the store, I could probably look it up on GPA. A 7 sold for like 120 or something recently.
But a 9.6 Resto's got to be big money too, man.
It's 175. We have it at 175.
Listen, tell your boss.
It's the highest graded signed copy, so we could put whatever number on it we want,
So is it a CGC or CBCS?
CBCS.
Oh, so it's just like that white blue label, right?
No, it's signed. It's signed by Stan Lee, so it's like that.
So it's still yellow.
It's the yellow, the goldy yellow that they have.
See, that was slick of CBCS, because CGC purple label has such a bad rap, so they don't have purple labels. A Resto book looks kind of like a regular book. It just has more notes on the label,
Yeah, that's all it is. And then with CBCS also, you can pop the book out of the case without destroying the case, but it's obvious if it's been popped out. So it's one of those kinds of things too. Because with CBC, we have to get a screwdriver in between, wherever we can, and it shatters the case all over the place when you do it.
But so if I was a Resto collector, I would much rather have CBCS, just so it doesn't have that purple label of death,
Yeah. Same with the other thing that CBCS do, and I'm surprised CGC doesn't do it, is the verification of signatures, because the green label is killer also.
Same thing. It's a green label of death. So my man on Instagram just showed today an X-Men 1 5.0 verified sig Jack Kirby signed on the first cover.
Oh, that's bad, dude. That's gonna be cool.
So that's what I commented. I'm like, that's what SIG verification is for. Not for the Todd McFarlane signature that you didn't feel like waiting in line that day, and then you sent it in for a fucking red label. Excuse me. Are we cursing on this channel or no?
Fuck yeah, man. Shit ass balls, taint, vagina, pussy farts, whatever.
But yeah, man. So that's where you can find me, and then you can find me on the block. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that anymore.
What corner are you holding on?
Nothing. But yeah, man, that's it. Hey, seriously, I really appreciate you having me on the show. Been a long time fan of Omnibros. Hopefully I can get on one day with the other bros and chop it up. But definitely it was a pleasure hanging out with you. You're okay.
Yeah, man, always, dude. It's been a while since we did a video together. I'm glad that we get a chance to do this again.
I know we were supposed to wear our Bone Thug shirts, but it was like a last minute thing.
Yeah, dude, man. I need to get one of the Jim Mint created Bone Thug shirts, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I created 2 of them, but I was looking for the one. I can't find it. It's in a box still. I don't have a copy of it. I don't have the Lazy Bone shirt. I only got the Crossroads one.
Oh, man.
But anyway.
Let's turn this into Bone Thugs talk real quick. I don't know if we talked about this before, but what's your favorite solo album?
So my favorite solo album, if I had to pick one, I would pick Busy Bone Heaven's Movie.
God, that's a good one, man. That's a great album.
And so I can tell you're a real fan because you already knew a lot of the songs were cut short because he had features on there of like his rappers that he had on his label. But still, like Thugs Cry, On the Freeway, Demons Surround Me, Nobody Can Stop Me. Those songs were like crazy. Now I'm
On the Freeway is one of my favorite like albums or favorite like tracks of all time. I love that.
The video for Thug's Cry, where he leaves in the top down Bentley with Maya and Lisa Ray, was supposed to lead into On the Freeway video with them. That shit would have been dope as hell. But
that would have been great, dude. Fuck.
And or whatever.
Yeah. No, I like that one a lot. The Gift is another good one. That
The Gift might be my second one. It's hard. The Heaven's Movie has more of a Bone Thug sound, and The Gift was more of a new Busy Bone sound. But he had a lot of bangers on there, man. I like Before I Go. I like Never Grow. Friday. You gotta love Friday. They got a lot of good ones on there too, man. I know you like Thug Mentality.
Yeah, I love Thug Mentality. Crazy. I have a hard time choosing between Crazy and Busy Day. Those guys are like the heart and soul for Bone Thugs to me.
100% agree. So it's just like I have a hard time if I like East 1990 Eternal or Art of War. Yeah. I think I like Art of War better sometimes. Right now, I like Art of War better, and that's Crazy Bone right there. But Thug Mentality, I think he lost a lot of that when he started using other producers, and Busy complimented him a lot in those earlier albums. So Thug Mentality, I didn't really like it. I didn't like all the features, even though they had Big Pun and Fat Joe and Snoop Dogg and Corrupt and Mariah Carey, and he had a shitload of features, but I don't know. It's still not one of my favorite solos.
Yeah, I mean, geez, because him and Busy, I mean, Lazy still does a little bit here and there, but they're the only ones really still putting out content.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much done with, man. It's like, they're not going to recapture that time. But, they still try. They tour all the time just doing their old shit. But the New Waves album that Busy and Crazy Bone just put out, I listened to it. They have a couple good songs on there. They got a good song with the guy from Korn. What's his name? Jonathan something?
Jonathan.
I can't think of the last name at all.
Shit. But that's cool. I like when they mix it up with that kind of stuff. That's one thing Bone was already really good with. I mean, they did like country western sounding songs before and stuff like that.
I like that song. So I just realized that Ghetto Cowboy, that whole line, "You better count your money." You know how he said that, right? That's in like an old Western song.
Oh, was it?
It was like, "You better count your money." That's right, like, I was listening to some radio station and it was like some country song. And I was like, oh, shit.
Well, we better cut this out, dude. This could be all day long talking about Bone Thugs.
Yeah, I mean, you just opened a whole Pandora's box with that.
That's a fact. All right, so everybody, you can find me on YouTube as well under Gabe Infinity Watch, as well as on Instagram as Gabe Infinity Watch, and I'm on the Omnibus Collectors group as well under my real name, of course. So, my government name, my given name, my long name that nobody can pronounce. So. Anyways, with all that said and done, I appreciate everybody in the chat, and I hope everybody has a great night. See everybody later.
Down my videos.
Yeah, I'll put a link to your video in the description and stuff for this video.
Cool, appreciate it, man.
Word. All right, man. I'll see everybody later.
All right, yeah.